Welcome back to DSpace Solo. Let's explore some hexes. To start, I'm going to walk through the basics of Hexploration with the Hexcrawl toolbox. To start the party in a hex of your choosing and place the player's pawn on it. Then, let PCs move freely. Exploration is divided into 3 watches per day, morning, afternoon, and evening, of 8 hours each. In each of these, PCs decide if they wish to cross the hex, explore a location, gather supplies, or make camp. Crossing a hex. It takes 2 watches to cross a hex, with the first watch representing moving into the hex and the second moving out of it. Difficult terrain, rivers, swamps, and mountains take an additional 2 watches to traverse. Roll 2d6 when the PCs decide to move out of a hex. Exploring a location. If a hex has a location, the PCs may decide to explore it. Exploring a location takes 1 watch, though possibly longer depending on its size and the player's approach to exploring it. If you have not fleshed out the location, you may use the following practices to elaborate on its details. So description, encounters, treasure, and rumors. Gathering supplies. PCs can spend 1 watch gathering food, water, and other consumables. On a success, they find enough supplies for 1d6 watches. On a 1, roll an encounter. So, and then there's different stats of success based on the difficulty of the tile. Okay, and then making camp. PCs must rest 1 watch per day in a safe place, or suffer disadvantages or penalties. Use the table above to determine if a suitable place can be found, increasing the chance by 1 for each watch spent searching. At camp, they may eat, heal, rest, and otherwise mark supplies. Okay. Random encounters give life to the world. They can be used in all parts of play, crossing hexes, exploring locations, gathering supplies, or even when making camp. In addition to the guidelines from the previous page, introduce encounters whenever it seems fitting. This may include when the PC camp in a risky spot, foraging in unknown territory, or carelessly drawing attention to themselves. If you think an encounter fits the current situation, but simply want to make it random, roll 1d6. Okay, perfect. So, okay. And last time we rolled up a bunch of rumors. I decided that we're going to follow up on one of these rumors as our initial expedition. We noted that a werewolf has been attacking caravans and burying a hoard of treasure somewhere in the close-by hexes. So my thought is that Barto, our wanderer, is a somewhat legendary figure in these parts. He's quite the warrior and sellsword, and a merchant met Barto at a tavern after a critical shipment did not make it into town. Barto met with the merchant and got details on the werewolf, and is now seeking out information. With information given to Barto, along with a silver arrow for dispatching werewolves, Barto is setting off to the last known hex where the werewolf was spotted. So let's move into one of the neighboring hexes. I'm going to move up here. So now, when we're playing in the Uncharted Land style where all of our tiles are flipped face down. Whenever we move into a tile, we have to roll 1d6, and if we roll 1 through 3, we have discovered a location. On 4 through 6, the hex remains as it is and stays basically just as an empty plains in this example. Okay, so we get to flip over this tile. Let's see what we're dealing with. Farmland. Okay. So, Barto had heard that merchants were moving through the farmland and were assaulted at night by what appeared to be a very large, canine type creature. So let's see, we've made it into the farmlands. This looks like very peaceful territory. Let's So we took one watch to get into the farmland. So that is the first watch for the day. Let's see for explorations. If we want to search the hex. So we can just roll on, just do a general oracle roll. Do we find any evidence of the werewolf in this hex? Okay, I think we do. Is the werewolf actually here? We'll do 50-50 for this. The werewolf is not here, but there is evidence, as the merchant had pointed out, of a caravan wrecked on a small dirt road in the middle of the farmland. As Bartow approaches it, he sees the overturned caravan and a completely shredded carriage. The tapestry that was draped over the carriage has been completely ripped apart, and there's old blood stains, whatever remains were there of the travelers and the merchants that were traveling there, may have been dragged off by some carrion. All right. So with that information, we know at least that we're close by. Is there any encounter in this hex? Let's see. Oh, additionally, we have special travel rules in certain of these locations. I don't know if pastoral lands have any special encounters. These hexes takes 2 watches to cross on foot. Cut it down to 1 watch if a piece uses horses. Okay. Okay. I'm going to first roll to see if there is a wandering monster. For that, there's a handy wandering monster table in the Deluxe Tunnels and Trolls elaboration section. So I'm going to roll and see if there is a wilderness encounter. So first, do we encounter anything? I'm going to say it's unlikely. We do. Okay. So for the encounter table, it is a 2d6 roll, a 2d6 table, and everything in the middle is quite tame, and the stuff on the extremes includes a dragon. So let's see what's going on in these farmlands. All right, and that's an 8. Giant spider. So as we're exploring, and we noticed the flipped over carriage, we noticed that there was a barn nearby. It was a pretty dilapidated barn. This seems to be a farm that had gone under some time ago, and does not seem to have any crops in the field. It's very barren, and the general weeds have started overgrowing the fencing and the barn structure. But it's good to check out to see if any survivors from the merchant's troop happen to hole up in the barn. So as Bartow approaches the barn, he sees it is covered in spider webs. Bartow is no coward. He cracks open the door and immediately sees the scurrying, and hears the scurrying of many small feet scurrying through the barn as it opens up. And as he walks in, a large spider. Actually, how many spiders does he run into? Let's see. So in the encounter chart, it says 1 to 10 spiders are encountered. So let's see. We can just roll do we roll a 2d6 of spiders? Okay, that is 10. So let's say that there's 10 spiders, and how strong are these spiders going to be? These are some seriously strong spiders. So I think this this barn, not only has it been not in use for a while, maybe there's some sort of curse, something that's causing these spiders to grow extraordinarily large, and maybe that's why it's been dilapidated. Is that they've literally all of the animals and the farmers themselves have been eaten by these spiders as they've taken over the farm as their breeding ground. So the giant spiders, so the MR of a giant spider is 32. Well, no, I guess the MR of the giant spider is 16. So with 10 of them, that'll be 160 as their MR. So that is a very scary encounter for a level 1 Tunnels and Trolls character, but we have a level 5 Tunnels and Trolls character. Bartow whips out his claymore. It's created from the chitin of some very large crustacean, and so it just looks like a very enormous crab's claw as he brandishes it, and he whips up his lantern in front of him too, and shouts at the spiders to come on out, and let's tussle. So the spiders, after chittering into a rage, they all attack him. All right. So, for anyone that has played Tunnels and Trolls, the game involves a lot of dice. That is the magic of the game. Alright, so this is 16 die for the 160 MR spiders. Let's give it a roll. Alright, and the side benefit of Tunnels and Trolls is that you actually get very good at mental math while you're playing it, which is a really important skill for kids these days to practice on. So honestly, this is just doing community service for people, showing folks how to play this amazing game, and and not to be shy away from doing some math. Like, it's fun. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 61. Okay. Yeah, that was not bad at all. We definitely should have not even been concerned about that. So it's 61. Let's roll up. The Bartow has a heroic greatsword, which is 76. And I believe that's including his warrior weapon bonus as well. No, actually it's not. So he gets another 5. Okay. Let's give Bartow's die a roll. Alright, and doing some math. So there's 35, plus Bartow has a significant stash of personal adds for combat, given his extremely balanced training in multiple of his stats up to level 5. So he actually has 126 in personal combat adds. So 126 plus the 35 is going to be 126 plus 35, 161. Minus, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 61. So he's going to deal 100 points of damage to the spiders. The spiders taking 100 points of damage is going to leave them only with 60 MR left. So in the second round, the spiders will roll again. All right. So 22 versus 121 plus so this is 31. So 121 plus 31. It's going to be 152 minus the total rolled here, the 22. So in a whirlwind flourish, Barto is able to chop through the hordes of giant spiders. There's just gore flying across the barn. He does a very cool flip over one of the a table sitting on the barn, flips over it and beheads one of the giant spiders as it's descending on him, and then rides its body down into the middle of the barn, chopping through the rest of the spiders, and then finally getting to the largest one right in the center. It bears its venomous fangs at Barto, and Barto stabs it right in the middle of its head, through its thorax with his massive claymore, and that makes quick work of that. I'm assuming Barto is quite good at he's a wilderness survivor. One of his talents is specifically in the forest, quite good at surviving, so I'm sure he can tear off some spider meat as needed to sustain himself. I didn't really pack him with many rations because I don't think he's gonna have too much trouble, especially in these in the farmlands and the forest, finding food for himself. So okay, we got our first encounter in there, and yes, it was pretty trivial. Barto is quite strong, but I think it's very important, and you can quote me on this, it's very important to play the mechanics. I think part of the joy of Tunnels and Trolls is rolling all of the die. It's easy to say, well, maybe you can take, when you have a large number of die, let's take an average. Let's, each die is about, 3.5. Why don't we just, add 3.5 and just multiply with the number of die? But that's just stopping the fun from happening. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy rolling the die. Enjoy counting up the numbers. That's what the system's for. Have fun. And you never know, you might see something crazy happen. And you know what? I did not count any spite damage that occurred in that fight. So I should have done that. Definitely Barto took some spite damage in that fight. I'm playing spite with ones, so any ones that are rolled on die will just cause spite damage, meaning the damage goes through regardless of who wins the combat round. Let's see what we got. I'm going to take... I'll take a few points of damage here. I'll just take 3 or 4 points. I think that'll be fair. So we'll put Barto down to 40 con. Okay. Now that Barto has an easy place to sleep, I think we're going to camp out in the cursed barn at night. But before we do, is there anything else that we run into? Any other encounters? I'm going to roll on the pastoral encounters table and see what we're dealing with. This is a D20 roll. A 9. Okay. So there's killer bees here. I think we're gonna skip that. I think it looks like all of these are combat encounters. So we already did a combat encounter. So let me roll instead on events. Two. River Blight. An evil wizard has stolen the rivers, leaving only stinking mud pits. Okay, so that's giving some more information on, that curse that we were noticing. Barto settles down for the night. He has his little ferret that he keeps on him. The ferret scurries around and, tries to grab some miscellaneous rabbits or rodents, but, is not really able to find anything because of just how rotten the ground is here. So he settles down with some spider meat. He tries to give some to his ferret, like, hey, you want to eat some of this? And the ferret has standards, which Barto does not. So he goes ahead and munches down on some foul tasting, but filling meat. Okay, I'm gonna call it there for today. We will continue exploring some hexes next time. But yeah, I think it's just again just on Hexcrawl Toolkit. It's super fun. The colors are super great. It meshes very easily with other systems, with or without wilderness tools in those systems. It's just super modular, so you can just easily roll out a hex and just play through it. So we will continue playing next time. Thanks, everybody.